Hi everyone, it's Professor Carlson. Today is Monday, January 23rd, and I just wanted to send you a quick video to discuss week 3, kind of where we are up until now, and then also APA formatting, because I noticed in our week 1 and in our week 2 discussions, as well as in some of the exercises, that we were struggling a little bit with APA formatting. And I know part of that came from the confusion of, are we using MLA or are we using APA? But in education, we use APA format. So that's what we're going to stick to. I will be posting these slides to the APA section of Brightspace. If you'll notice, I did under week 3, let me just go to the student view so that I can see it how you see it. So obviously the announcement is up there, and then as well, if you click on content, you'll be able to go right to week 3, and of course you have your checklist. So every week, like I've been doing, you'll see this introduction to the week. It lists out each assignment that you have due. So if the assignment is listed there with a due date, please submit it by that due date. You'll also notice that each section of the syllabus, so each topic that we are talking about in a week, has its own section in our course. And I try to give you not just articles to read, but also videos, because remember, universal design for learning is super important. So I try to give you as many ways to engage with the course material as you can. If you find something when you're out and about in your daily life, maybe reading the newspaper or you're perusing a website or reading something for another class, and you find material that you think we would like, please do send it to me and I can post it. Okay, but there are articles as well as videos, and then beginning in week 3 here, you'll start noticing extended reading folders, and those are not required reading. However, they are other resources that might come in handy for you, maybe for a paper or a project that you're working on. So I definitely include these. Feel free to read them if you don't have time. Just read the required materials. So the discussion board for week 3 is up and running. Please make sure that you submit your initial discussion by 11:59 on Wednesday. And remember that the purpose of these discussions is to get you engaging with one another in kind of like just a format that allows you to, given that we are asynchronous. So we don't have a class meeting, but these discussions kind of take the place of that. So it's important that you post your initial discussion on time, that you respond to your 2 classmates, at least your 2 classmates, for the meets expectations. If you want to get into the exceeds, you're going to need to respond to more classmates, and those posts are going to have to be substantive. So you can also get an exceeds expectations by responding to only 2 classmates, but those posts need to include several references. They really need to engage with the course material. Okay. So also assignments due, the challenged book unit project. I just wanted to take a quick minute to talk about this, because you don't have to do both of these things. You only have to do one. Again, as we talk about universal design for learning, you can show me how you've learned the material in several different ways. And as such, if you have another idea for how you want to, you want to be assessed, or you think that a different kind of assignment might work, please come to me and let's figure out if it will show me that you've met expectations. Great. Okay. And if not, we can work together to figure out how or what kind of assignment you could do. Okay, so again, you're only doing one of these options, but either way, you must submit it to the link by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And again, make sure you're citing an APA format, and that's part of the reason that we are here. Okay, so you might notice that under our course content as well, I've included an APA format link. If you go to this link, you'll notice that I have articles about using APA, including direct from the source, which comes right from the American Psychological Association, American Psychological Association, If you never knew where APA came from, that's it. There are also a couple of videos that can help you format. Importantly, probably the formatting in the discussion might be the most difficult part, okay? But I broke this down into in-text citations and then also the reference section. So there's links and videos for both of those. You can come here to look. And then I'm also going to post the slides that I'm about to go over with you. I'll post those to this section as well. In the discussions, and I can make this available, I did post kind of a test, except I didn't make it available, so let me not view as a student, and instead I'll go and I'll make this available. So now you can go and take a look at this test. And what I did was basically respond to a discussion as though I was a student. And the question was, how do I respond to a discussion board posting? And so this is how you would do it, okay? So you'll see I've numbered my posts. Here is my response. In question 1, I have included a direct quotation from the course material. You must include direct references to the course material in your initial discussions. When you do so, you need to use in-text citations, and you can see the in-text citation is here where I've highlighted my last name, comma, and then the year of publication. And if you go down to the references, you'll notice, oh, the first word of the source is what goes into the parentheses for the in-text citation. So whatever is in that first spot, the first word, or it might be a number, it could be title, whatever it is, that needs to appear in your parenthesis. Okay, but you'll notice this is referencing our course syllabus. I just kind of made this up for the purpose of this assignment, but again, the in-text citation is there. You'll also notice that I have referred to a source here. This is also accessible. You don't have to use a direct quotation. You just have to reference the course material and provide a citation like this one. This, obviously, I know I'm going to the Lorson article, and that's what I'm referring to. And again, if you go down to the bottom where the references are, you'll see Lorson. Here's the source. Great, I know that that's it. And then the date I got from the citation itself. So that is here as well. Okay, another thing I wanted to point out is you'll notice the word references. This is not a works cited. Works cited is MLA format. This is a references. It's not sources, it's references. You'll also notice that it's not bold. It's not underlined, it's not italicized, okay? So none of that is true about this reference. So please use this as your template, essentially. You'll also notice this hanging indent. And what do I mean by a hanging indent? So in our second source, the Lorson source, only the first line is all the way to the left. So, you know, that means that you have your hanging indent here. So anytime a source is more than one line, you have to include the hanging indent. And I can show you how to do this in the discussion, because what I'm going to do, I think, here is I'm going to reply to this thread. And I'm going to say, hi, here is my response. I've included information from the text, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now I want a reference section. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click center and I'm going to write references. You'll notice even if I only include one reference, that there is an S on that word. So it is references. Okay, and when I hit enter, you'll notice it's still centered. So I need to move it back left. And then let's say I did my reference somewhere else. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it right in here. And you will notice, I see an error already. You'll notice that it doesn't paste So I basically decided that since Brightspace doesn't make it easy for you to do the hanging indent, if you copy and paste the citation in and the hanging indent doesn't go, I'm not going to worry about it. If I take points off for you for not having the hanging indent, just send me an email and say, Professor Carlson, remember that Brightspace doesn't allow us to format this correctly. Got it. Okay, so your reference will just look like this then. Okay, and then you're going to post it. There we go. Okay, so let me run through this basics of APA quickly. I've already gone over all of that information, but just in case, this might help you again. Okay, so what you need to include in your discussions as well as in any assignment that you're submitting that you think you might want to exceed expectations for, definitely include references to the course material. The whole point is that you engage with the course material, and so by including it and integrating it and showing me that you have in-text citations and a reference, you can start to move from that meets category up to exceeds. Okay, so in-text citations, again, you must include when using direct quotations, summary, or you're paraphrasing a source, and there is example there. That's the example I showed you earlier. Notice the highlighted section, that's the in-text citation. And I did put a link there. I believe it's the Purdue OWL Basics, which is also available under the APA content section. In the reference list, again, you must include references in every discussion posting. Again, particularly in the initial posting, if you are trying to move from approaching expectations into meets expectations, this is one way to do it. Make sure that you integrate sources into your writing. Okay, the references must include all of that information. Again, I just went over that, so please make sure to review. And then here again is a sample reference list. Notice the hanging indents. Again, we'll kind of deal with that as we may, but this will be posted on our Brightspace class as well, and it'll be under the APA section. So I think that's everything that I wanted to share with you, except for a note. Make sure that you are integrating your sources, not just including references, right? So if you include a reference at some point in your posting or in your assignment, you need to have used quotations or a summary from that source. If you just include a reference section, you will not get credit for integrating sources. Okay, so if you have any questions or you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help you. The easiest way to get in contact with me is via text, and that's 484-919-8877.